Hey everyone, my name's Janice, welcome to my channel. Today we're looking at butter. I have previously done a video making butter, but I was talking with one of my ladies and they were asking about spreadable butter. So when you look at the recipe on Cookie-Doo, there are tips down the bottom and it gives you ideas of how to make it soft and spreadable. It also gives you an idea to make it lighter by adding buttermilk back. And then we've got herb butter and all that. But today we're going to do the spreadable butter. So I've just found the butter recipe, which is on Cookie-Doo, and I've saved it into my week. Okay. And if you go down to the bottom, like it gives you all the steps for making butter, but when you go down to the bottom, it gives you some tips. It says cream close to the expiry date will separate faster. For butter that stays fresher for longer, wash a second time using 500 grams of chilled water. If you add salt, it'll help the butter last longer. So it says that this recipe will produce approximately 250 grams of buttermilk and about 250 grams of butter. Then it says variations. So in the variations it says add 50 grams of oil and whip for 15 seconds on speed 4 once you've finished making your butter. Now you can adjust that. I know that my daughter adds more oil than that, but I generally tend to stick around the 50 grams. So rightio, what we'll do now is we'll make the butter. So it says first up to add the butterfly whisk. Now your butterfly whisk comes with your Thermomix. So when you purchase the Thermomix, you also receive a butterfly whisk. And on here it says that when you're using your butterfly whisk, you never go over speed 4. And then if you look in there, you can see we've got a low blade that sits on the bottom and a high blade that sits up higher. So this goes in behind the high blade. Like that. Rightio. And that's where we insert our butterfly. So next, now we want 600 grams of cream. And so doesn't want to open. There we go. There you go. No, that's fine. What's it say? The expiry date is the 25th of April. I find cream does last past the expiry date. And that says it's 36 grams. $540 grams. Don't know about that, but we'll just believe that for now. Rightio. Next, it says to put the lid on with the measuring cup. And then next, and we're going to beat it on speed 4. We're going to start off with a minute and then we extend the cooking time until the butter separates from the buttermilk. So today is the 22nd of April, so we've still got a few days left on the cream. A lot of my butter is made with expired cream. If you can hear the sound, the cream is whipping. You can hear that it's a lot thicker. I'll stop this. I'll show you. So that's just a little under a minute. So I'll give it another 30 seconds. And you'll actually hear when it separates, because it'll have a real sloshy sound. I'm gonna, when I showed you before, I don't know if you noticed it was all up the sides. So, I mean, that doesn't matter, but I am just going to push it down anyway. And I'm not doing that because it needs doing. I'm doing that because I can't help myself. I must stir things, poke things, scrape things. So we've added an extra minute on. It says we might have to prolong it for up to 2 minutes. Yeah, so let's give it another minute. On speed 4. We'll hear that soon. So I'll pop this out. Okay. Now we're going to strain it through the simmering basket into a jug. So that's that there. I am going to give it another few seconds on speed 4, just to break up some more of that butter to try and get the rest of our buttermilk out. Okay. I don't know if you can see that. just get that bit of butter back. Now the reason I'm trying to get as much out of it as I can is because we're going to rinse it in water now, and any of the buttermilk that's left in there is just going to get tipped down the sink. So I do like to make sure that I get as much as I can out, because I use the buttermilk for a few things. I use it to make scones, I use it to make bread, I use it to make pancakes, and I also use it to make, what did I say, bread, pancakes, scones, banana bread. I use it in my banana bread. So, okay. So what do we get out of that? That is a cup. So it says next, to remove the butterfly whisk, using the simmering basket, strain the liquids from the solids, reserving the buttermilk for later. Now we're going to place 500 grams of chilled water. So I've got ice cubes in here, which I don't want to end up in my butter, so I'm going to do this. Good job, Janice, good job. And that's why I can't have nice things. Okay. We're going to add the butter back in. It's already back in there. Insert the measuring cup. And then we're going to chop it on, what are we going to do? Speed 4 for 5 seconds. Okay. So that should have, we should have liquids and solids again. And we're going to strain the water out of that. And then we're going to move on to the next step. That's that there. And then, yeah, it says strain the liquids from the solids a second time so that only butter remains. Okay. So what we're going to do now is we'll go to our tips. My week, it was butter. And it says to add 50 grams, if I can find where it said that, 50 grams of oil. So we'll pop that back on there. I'm going to put the butterfly back in. Okay. And we've got 50 grams, so we'll start off with scales. And I've just got this light tasting olive oil. Okay. And then back here. And then we're going to put it on speed 4. Seconds. just show you what I've got. That's that there. I'm going to whip it a bit more. On speed 4. Alright, I'll just grab a dish. Righto, so I've got a dish to put it in. So this is quite soft at the moment. It will get a little bit harder when it goes in the fridge, but it stays spreadable. And if you use a light flavoured oil, you still get the flavour of butter. That's that there. I'll put it back in the fridge and then I'll come back and show you how it is once it's cold, a bit colder. It is still quite cold. Actually, I thought I'd show you this as well. So if you can see in there's still a bit of butter around the blades and the sides. So how I generally get that out is I pop the bowl back on here and then I go to our modes, and we've got turbo. And I just leave it on for 1 second, and I do it twice. Oh, hang on. And then I'll do it again. And we've got to wait for the arms to release. Oh, hang on, that's right. And if you can see that, it's thrown most of that butter off the blades and around the sides. So it is quite easy I've just pushed some up under the blade, but anyway, myself, but it's quite easy to get it all out. So you're not wasting as much up around the blade. Rightio, I'll come back after that's been in the fridge, and I'll show you what it's like when it's cold. Okay, so our butter's been in the fridge for a couple of hours, and I've got some toast. And I'll just I don't know if you could see that. No. I don't need this much butter. And if you can see that, it spreads beautifully. And if you use a light flavoured oil, it doesn't affect the flavour of the butter. So it's just up to you to choose which oil you prefer. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you again next time.